everyone, and welcome to another video from Colour with Claire. Today I'm going to be showing you the brand new pencils from Black Widow. These are the skin tone sets and they come in 2 tins of 12 pencils, so 24 brand new colours to add to your Black Widow collection. So these have been put into light and dark tins, so it's up to you whether you want the light skin tones or the dark skin tones or both. It's quite good that they've been put separately because you can then decide what you prefer to colour. It would have also been nice to have them as a 24 tin for those of us who want the entire range, so we can colour a whole plethora of different skin tones. So as you can see, the packaging itself is really nice. It's a sturdy metal tin as you would usually find with the other Black Widow sets. It's very basic on the back, not very much information there, but you can see when you pull it out of your colouring drawer, it's going to be very, very easy to tell that these are specifically for colouring skin. You've got the very close-up shot here of what looks like the back of a hand, and you've got all of your light tones swatched out on the bottom, all of your dark tones swatched out here as well. Now I must mention that these 24 colours are completely brand new and separate to any of the previous Black Widow sets. So if you are looking for brand new colours to add to your Black Widow collection, this is ideal because it's not as if they've taken other colours from the previous sets and sort of curated them into skin tones. They've actually developed brand new colours. So even if you don't really colour skin, but you want more colours to add to your Black Widows, you could buy these and take them out and put them in your pencil case with your other Black Widows, slide them in wherever they go, you know, however you arrange your colours. They don't have to be for skin, but they have been curated for that purpose. So you open up the tin, it has a loose lid, and you can see on the underneath there's a little bit more information than we were given on the back, so that's good. It says, congratulations on your purchase of Black Widow skin pencil sets, comprising of 2 sets with 12 pencils each, a full range of colours perfect for multicultural portraits. As I've mentioned, the sets are split in 2. You've got the light and the dark tones. They have creamy cores that are the artist's choice for blending, shading and layering. The assortment of colours in the set represent the main colours of human skin from all over the world and can be blended to achieve any desired skin tone. The pencils are hexagonal with a 4mm core, offering a stronger wax core that relies less frequent sharpening and can be sharpened with traditional sharpeners or blades. So you've got the websites and the email there for you to get in touch with the makers of this set if you need to. So exactly the same on the other one as well. Put those to the side, and here are the pencils themselves. So very, very much like the previous Black Widow pencils, they're all within the same vein. They've got a black barrel. It's very matte and soft to touch. It's not glossy. It's that kind of matte, very plain, sort of smooth barrel. They have the word skin on there where you would usually find the word cobra or scorpion. You've got the number of the pencil and you've got the name of the pencil. So this is light Mocha, this particular one that I've picked up, and that's all the information you find. The ends are colour dipped to the lead's colour, and they have a gold band all the way around them as well, just to add that little bit of an extra touch. And very, very basic and very in keeping with the Black Widow style of pencils. So as you can see here, we've got all of the light tones, all of the dark tones. Our light tones are concentrating on the peaches, the pinks and the russet kind of reds that you would find in lighter skin. And then obviously the darker skin, we've got quite a lot of browns and olives. There's purple in there, and you know, undertones that you can use, and highlight tones depending on how realistic you want to make your skin. So you can see that I've already used them. I did sharpen them when I got them. They do come pre-sharpened, but the ends are squared off, obviously by the machine that's used to sharpen them. So I always sharpen new pencils when I get them, and that's why they're nice and sharp. These two have obviously been used more than others, and you'll see why in a moment. So first thing I'm going to do is show you the actual colours that you get in the set all swatched out. So I actually did this swatch as a live stream whether or not you caught that when it was live, and I swatched them out while I was chatting to all of you guys, and I got a really good feel for how everybody felt about the pencils. Overwhelming majority were really pleased and excited about the new colours. So you can see here the actual pigments that we get with these pencils. These are our lights and our darks. This is your light mocha and this is your olive brown. As you can see with the arrow there, I got a bit mixed up, but absolutely beautiful. I'm loving the eggshell tone and the saffron. There's quite a lot of different tones that will go together and blend together, which is obviously what you want for smooth skin. So for instance, you could use the eggshell as your lightest, then your rust, and then maybe move down into the sherbet, or you could use eggshell and go to the saffron and then the sherbet, or there's a lot of ways you can mix this up. You could start with the blush and then the fairy floss if you wanted something a little bit pinker. Maybe if you were doing a child's portrait, you want a bit pink, you could use those colours, or you could use this blush as a kind of greyed lavender to do your shadows on. And when you're using a lot of reds in your skin tones, you really want something cooler to cancel those reds out, and that blush colour is really good for that, as is the washed purple in the dark skin tones. So in the light you have a white, in the dark you have a black. Obviously, if you've got the previous skin tone, the Black Widow sets, you will already have the white and black. But as one of you mentioned on the live stream, it is handy if you don't have those previous sets to always have a white and a black. So I do see why they've been included here as well. So in the darks, we've got a beautiful reddish brown, the cinnamon and the Negra. We have your cooler kind of darker browns like your chalk tone, your mud, and then your olivey green gold kind of tones like the leather and the olive brown. Just absolutely beautiful range of colours. You've also got the grey thorn, because I know that a lot of people do use grey as their shadow colour. I tend to use purples, bluish purples, but a lot of people do use greys. So that is a great addition, and it's been really well thought about, I feel, the colours that are included. The only one that I couldn't quite get my head around was the carrot. I'm not really sure where I'd use such a bright and bold orange on skin, but as some of you mentioned, it could be used as a lip colour. It could also be used as an eyeshadow colour. So I guess there's a place for all of these colours here. Now, before I continue, I just want to address something really quickly. A couple of you mentioned, both in the live stream and the comments, and I've seen it mentioned here and there on Facebook as well, about the names of these colours. Now, there are a couple of names mostly within the dark set, that seem to have got people's backs up, maybe offended people, such as the Negra, such as the, where are we? They're actually in the lights, the brown fog, which obviously means pollution, or it can mean pollution, it can be construed that way, and the Murk, and also the mud. So some people have taken this as I need to be careful what I'm saying, but some people have taken these as quite offensive names for skin tones. Now, obviously, Black Widow have always been known for having their weird and wacky colour names on their pencils, and I feel that if this wasn't a skin tone set and it was just another Black Widow set, these names would have no kind of connotations. But a few of people seem to have taken umbrage with that, and I do understand it. I do know where you're coming from, but I have spoken to the creator of these pencils, and I honestly believe that this was really never done in any kind of fashion, to offend people at all. They're just names for pencils, and that's the answer that I've been given from the creator. Maybe if I was doing it, I would have steered away from anything that could possibly be construed badly with them, with it being quite a contentious subject. But, as I've said, Black Widow pencils, famous for their weird names. So, I mean, you could argue that just because these are labelled as ideal for colouring skin, they shouldn't be any different to the previous Black Widow pencils in terms of kind of odd names. But, I do feel that the overwhelming majority of people aren't taking any offence from that. And, I have received confirmation from the creators of these pencils that it was never even thought of in that way. So that's all I've got to say about that. So really it depends what you think and your own opinion. So there are the pencil colours. You can see that they lay down on the paper absolutely beautifully. There is nothing different in the way that these cores have been created in terms of the makeup of them. They're wax pencils. They've got a beautiful array of pigments. They are very bright, very bold and vivid. They're very smooth to lay down. They're very soft, even though they're on the harder side of pencils. So they're not as soft as Prismacolors or anything like that. They are still a soft pencil. And as you can see, beautiful, smooth lay down. Nothing wrong there whatsoever. So if you are used to using Black Widow pencils, these are no different. So now that we've looked at the pencils themselves, we've looked at the tins that they come in, we've discussed the names, we've looked at the swatches, I'm sure you want to see these pencils in action. So if you've been following me on social media, you will have already seen this. But here is a picture that I coloured with the Black Widows only from the colouring book Mysteria by Anastasia Koldareva. So the only other thing I've used on this picture is a little bit of yellow Posca pen that I used to create this kind of sun effect in the background. But even the orange that's around the edge of this sun is from the Black Widow sets. I think it's the colour Sunset. And as you can see, just absolutely beautiful. So obviously for this review, we're focusing in on the skin here, and you can just see it's such a smooth lay down. It's the colours really work well together. And if you want to know what colours I've used, I'll list them under this video so that you can see exactly what's been used on the hair, the flowers, the skin, everything. So the skin colours themselves were all taken from the brand new skin sets. The other colours that I've used are from previous Black Widow sets, whether that be Cobra, Scorpion or the original Black Widows. But everything apart from that yellow Posca is Black Widow. So just really amazing. I've had a lot of good feedback on this picture and everyone seems to love the colour choices, love the vibrancy. And I do get asked often whether I add filters to my pictures that I put on Instagram of my coloured pages. The answer is no. I don't. You can see here that the colours are really vibrant. I'm just bringing them out of the light because sometimes that bleaches them. The colours really are as vibrant as you see online. The only time that I would ever alter a picture is if my camera, if I took the picture with my camera and it did not look the same as it looks in real life. So I would alter it to be as close as I can get it to looking to the eye, if that makes sense. So absolutely beautiful. Cannot say enough good words about these pencils. They're a brilliant addition to the Black Widow collection, and if you're looking to get a whole set of these Black Widows together rather than in the individual sets that they come in, there will be a large set coming out either later this year or next year, I'm not sure yet, but there have been rumours that it will be a set of 120. So obviously you will have your 3 previous sets, Black Widow, Cobra, Scorpion, then the skin tones, and that is about 96 altogether. So there should be, if it's a set of 120, 24 brand new colours in that set as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if that rumour materialises, and of course I will let you know. Now, prices. So these pencils, you can currently get them on Amazon in the UK, the US, Australia and Canada. You can see my little note down here. So in the UK they are $11.99 a set. In the USA they are $12.57 per set. In Australia they are $19 Australian per set, and in Canada $16 Canadian per set. So all of the links for all of those different Amazons are going to be in the description for you to easily and quickly find them, whatever your region. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this review. If you did join me on the live stream where I swatched them all out, we talked a little bit more in depth about the pencils, but you can go back and watch that if you want. And let me know if you've got any comments or questions about these skin tone pencils. I'd love to hear from you in the comments as always. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. As always, whether you like the product or not, the thumbs up is just for me. So please do give it a thumbs up every single time if you wish to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon on Colour with Claire.